Dior, a brand rooted in history and just as luxurious as it sounds. Founded by Christian Dior, the fashion house was established in December 1946 at 30 Avenue Montaigne in Paris. Dior's first collection launched on the 12th of February for spring-summer 1947. It's quite a revolution, dear Christian. Your dresses have such a new look, exclaimed Harper's Bazaar editor-in-chief Carmel Snow. Dior was elegant, architectural, and had endless feminine collections. By the mid-50s, the House of Dior was a highly respected fashion empire. Dior dressed countless celebrities, including Marion Dietrich, Ava Gardner, and members of the royal family. Upon the tragic death of Christian Dior in 1957, 21-year-old Yves Saint Laurent took the creative reins of the fashion house. Saint Laurent kept Christian Dior's legacy alive by using the same fabrics and keeping the proportions. Saint Laurent's designs became more darling due to his success at the fashion house until 1960, when his Bohemian collection was criticized. Saint Laurent was called up to join the French army, thus forcing him to leave Maison Dior, which raised no objection with the Dior management.
Mark Bon was appointed creative head in the late 60s. Instilling a more conservative style, he was credited as the man who kept the Dior label at the forefront of fashion while still producing wearable, elegant clothes. And women's wear daily claimed that Bon rescued the firm. In 1967, Bon's assistant Philippe Guibouche launched the brand's first French ready-to-wear collection called Miss Dior. In 1989, Italian-born Gianfranco Ferré replaced Bon as head designer as the first non-French designer to take the creative reins at Dior. Ferré left behind the traditional Dior aesthetic. Ferré introduced a new style concept described as refined, sober, and strict. By 1990, Dior boutiques were opened in upscale New York City, Los Angeles, and Tokyo shopping districts.
Also in 1995, Bernadette Chirac, wife of a former French president Jacques Chirac, contacted Christian Dior explaining that she wished to give the Princess of Wales a unique handbag upon her visit to Paris. And later it was presented to Lady Diana at the Cézanne exhibition. Shortly after, the bag was seen on the arm of the princess during her visit to a children's home in Birmingham. She was photographed that day with Beck holding a child in her arms. A few weeks later, she was photographed again with her favorite bag during a state visit to Argentina. Described as iconic and legendary, Dior launched the bag in a larger series and changed the name to the Lady Dior in 1996 with the Princess Diana's blessing. 200,000 models were sold in 2 years, thus Dior's leather goods turnover massively increased. Under the influence of Anna Wintour, Vogue Europe editor-in-chief, Dior appointed Galliano as creative director in 1997, replacing Gianfranco Ferré. The choice of British designer sparkled some controversy as once again, a non-Frenchman held the creative reins. However, Galliano was compared to Christian Dior himself by Dior's chairman Bernard Arnault, noting that Galliano has a creative talent very close to that of Christian Dior. He has the same extraordinary mixture of romanticism, feminism, and modernity that symbolized Monsieur Dior. In all of his creations, his suits, his dresses, one finds similarities to the Dior style. Galliano's collections were somewhat controversial, which evoked further interest in the brand, including the homeless show, featured models dressed in newspapers and paperbacks, and the S&M show. In 1999, Galliano released Dior's Spring-Summer collection, Ready to Wear, which debuted the brand's iconic saddleback. He transformed Dior into something sexier, following Gucci's footsteps in the porn chic aesthetic.
By 2011, Cher struck the house of Dior when several accusations were made against John Galliana. The label found itself in a public relations nightmare. Galliana was naturally fired in March, just before the debut of his fall-winter 2011 collection, which commenced without him. Finally, it was announced on the 11th of April in 2012 that Ralph Simmons was appointed as the new artistic director of Dior, acclaimed for his minimalist designs, sharp silhouettes, and effortlessly chic aesthetic. Simmons was an interesting choice as his work greatly contrasted Galliana's eccentric and flamboyant style. In the hopes of moving forward from the embarrassment Galliana brought to the Dior name, the company was more than eager to go in a new direction. In 2014 was launched the first advertisement of perfumes Christian Dior with Charlize Theron, and since that they annually launch new ads starring this famous actress under the libretto "The Future is Gold." In 2016, it was announced that Maria Grazia Curie would succeed Hedi Slimani as artistic director, a huge leap for the French fashion house, as Grazia Curie is the first woman to ever hold this position. Grazia Curie transformed Maison Dior by reinventing it to suit the modern day woman. Although she stayed true to Dior's roots, she redefined what it means to be feminine by adding a masculine touch. She illustrated that elegance could now go hand in hand with giants. Her first collection was for spring-summer 2017.
Curie Dior has since produced many notable pieces, including the Jadot handbag line, basic tees with "We should all be feminists" prominently printed across it, and a new Dior logo. Although time continues to progress and changes in the fashion industry are always occurring, Dior continues to produce beautiful, timeless pieces that remain innovative and original. Truly a brand with a fascinating backstory, Dior remains one of the most prominent and important fashion houses of our time.